Hey folks, it's Heatman, and this is MMN's Reset, here to talk about Mega Man 7. This game was a major step for the classic series because it finally brought the action to the 16-bit stage. Well, okay, Mega Man Soccer was there first. Mega Man 7 did jump to the Super Nintendo pretty late in the game, and by that time the more serious and attitude-driven Mega Man X series was already running the show. This is probably why Mega Man 7 doesn't stand out so much, which is unfortunate since it has a lot going for it. Naturally, the game took an incredible leap in graphics and sound now that it was on the SNES. The characters and enemies were much more detailed and animated than before, although this might have hurt the action a little. With larger character graphics that have more frames of animation, it feels like the gameplay had to be slowed down a little in order to afford the player more time to react. There aren't as many quick-moving enemies, and Mega Man appears to hang in the air a little more when he jumps. It doesn't exactly hurt the game, but playing it feels slightly cumbersome compared to the NES titles. On the other hand, the game's audio is fantastic. The sound is a lot richer, and while the music may not possess that sort of 8-bit nostalgia to it, a lot of it is well written and very Mega Man-esque. Mega Man 7's stages are a lot of fun. They each have their own interesting gimmicks, and provide a decent challenge without getting too overbearing. There are a good deal of hidden items and secret passages, which provide more incentive to revisit stages. Furthermore, some parts of stages are a bit reminiscent of earlier games. Maybe not that. There's also a minor stage in the game which takes place in a robot museum, showing off robot masters from past games. Considering when the SNES released, Mega Man could have been on it as soon as Mega Man 4. It's almost like Capcom saying, this is what could have been. One of the things I like most about Mega Man 7 are the weapons. They're really unique, and there are so many interesting ways to use them. I don't think any other classic Mega Man game encourages you to play around with the weapons as much. Even the ways bosses react to some weapons aren't really necessary, but it shows a lot of polish. However, there is one downer in this. Often, using the most effective weapon against a boss will completely remove any challenge in fighting him. Take Springman here. By using the Slash Claw on him, he's made to restart his entire attack pattern. A lot of the bosses are like this, and I don't think bosses should be this easy just by using the right weapon against them. Mega Man 7 revitalizes many of the series' elements. The classic rush tools are back, along with a new search feature that lets you look for hidden items. Furthermore, the jet and power suits from 6 were essentially combined, ushering in the Super Mega Man form. This suit allowed you to fly a short distance and fire your fist as a powerful charged shot. Beat also returned, but instead of offensive measures, he was able to pull you out of pits once you obtained him. Finally, the shot feature, which was introduced in the later Game Boy titles, made its console appearance with the supporting character Otto.
This is an old sort of robot, like the robots I saw when I was little. Really, I designed him like a tin plate robot. I even made him missing one of his head bolts.
Mega Man 7's story is pretty interesting. With Dr. Wily put to justice in the previous title, the world can finally accept peaceful times. However, Wily left an insurance policy in the form of battle robots that would awaken in his absence. These new robots bust Wily out of jail so he can again scheme to take over the world. However, the real focus of the story is the new character Bass and his companion Treble.
I thought Forte and Gospel were interesting from the time I conceived them. I placed their designs in Kaji's hands, and I thought they came out pretty well.
In Initially, Bass is introduced as a mysterious ally who builds up Mega Man's trust, but in actuality, Bass is an advanced battle robot created by Dr. Wily, whose only goal is to be the strongest robot ever, and is determined to destroy Mega Man to prove it. The development of Mega Man 7 was impressive. At this time, Keiji Inafune's role in the franchise was starting to taper down.
With various other circumstances piling up, I didn't have more than 3 months to work on 7. However, the motivation from the assembled staff was high, and I remember working on the game to be an incredibly fun experience.
But despite this, his efforts along with the commitment of a large staff ensured that the job got done, and done well.
Though we had to work at breakneck speed, we worked with the sense of the Rock families gathered, you see? Even people from the time of 2 were called in, and while there was little time to spare, we were extremely devoted right down to all the fine details.
With such dedication, the polish in Mega Man 7 really shows. There are secrets and tricks to the game I still discover even years after having originally played it. Sadly, Mega Man 7 doesn't stand out much in nostalgic value, and maybe this is because it, like its audience, had matured a degree. While its depth is amazing, it's become removed somewhat from the simple action game it originated as. However, this perception belies all the effort and love put into this title, and while it loses its classic feel a little, it's still by far one of the most enjoyable Mega Man games created.